Yo, I was supposed to stream Five Nights at Freddy's today, but I didn't because I stayed up too late yesterday and I didn't get any sleep, and then I slept in too late today and then I felt terrible, so as recompense, I'm playing Balatro for the YouTube channel. Welcome. Well, now if you haven't watched Balatro before, you haven't played it yourself, you don't know what you're looking at, don't worry. I've got 40 hours in this game, so I'm a bit of an expert. What can I say? I guess I'll just have to show you the ropes. Except actually, I think most people that play Balatro have hundreds of hours, so I'm still pretty fresh at the end of the day, but, you know, I've put a good amount of time in the game, I'm having a lot of fun, and I wanted to share it, with you good folks here on the YouTube channel that I have just been openly neglecting and not posting to. So, Balatro, being a roguelike, has, a mode where you just go, new run, and you just play and you see how far you can get. But today I want to do something called challenges, which I haven't even done before. It says that I've unlocked 5 out of 20 challenges and I've completed 0. I haven't even seen these before. So I guess we're gonna check this out just because I feel like it. So what do we got here? The omelet. All blinds give no reward money. Blinds are bosses, so it just means I don't get any money for beating bosses. Extra hands no longer earn money. Which means that it doesn't matter how many turns it takes me to beat like a level or whatever. I'm not going to get any extra money for doing it fast, which normally you do. Also, earn no interest at end of round, which means it doesn't matter how much money I have left over at the end of a round. I'm not going to earn any additional money based on the amount of money that I have saved in my balance, which normally you would. Restrictions. Banned cards. Okay, so I'm not allowed to use the vouchers that earn you extra money, and you're not allowed to use any of the cards that would help you gain money. I've never even seen this one. Okay, cool. Well, I'm ready to play, and I'm ready to talk you guys through Balatro if you've never seen it before, and we're gonna see this together. So the screen you're looking at here, this is sort of like a map of what's coming up. So I can see small blind here, I can see big blind, and I can see the club. Every time I beat a blind or a boss, it's gonna kick me back here and then show me sort of what's coming up. So because this is highlighted, we can see we're gonna go do a small blind, or basically just, you know, an easy boss. The boss is to simply score 300 points. Okay, I can do that. Now I have the option to skip the blind, which means I'm so confident that I would have beaten this boss that I'm just gonna skip it and take this instead. This is a tag, and the tag just gives you an alternative bonus instead of the bonuses that you would have earned from, you know, like the money you would get for beating a boss, and then you have the opportunity to go to a shop, which I'll show you because I am going to do this, but just for the record, I do have the option to skip it if I want, and it says that it'll give me $5 if I skip the blind. But it's not worth it. I'd rather just do the blind. So now what you're looking at is the actual main gameplay screen, right? This is where most of Balatro happens. On the bottom, of course, I've got my hand. These are the cards I have to choose from if I want to play a hand, which of course I will have to. And meanwhile, this here is the rest of my cards that I can draw from each turn. At the top here is where you have your Joker cards. These are modifiers that change the way you play, and these are typically where you would collect cards that like increase the amount of points or whatever. But because I'm doing a challenge run, the challenge is just that I have 5 eggs. And eggs don't actually modify the gameplay at all, they just give you money. As you can see, egg gains $3 of sell value at end of round, so it just means every single time I beat a boss, I get an extra $3 that kind of stack onto how much this card is worth, and then at any point I can just sell the card. It starts at $2, but if I beat this boss, they'll all go up to $5. Then after the next boss, they'll all go up to $8. So it just kind of snowballs. The reason you want money is because you can use it to buy more Jokers or buy more cards for your deck or whatever. It's where you go to the shop to buy stuff that'll help you get further. But anyways, all I have to do is earn 300 points. So I'm just going to look at my hand and try to figure out which hand is the best. Now, if you don't play poker, don't worry, neither do I. I had literally no idea what I was doing until I started playing. But there's a screen here that shows you all the different hands you can play and what they're worth. So the best hand I could play basically is a straight flush, which would be 5 cards in a row, which I can't do. 4 of a kind I can't do. Full house I can't do. Like, I can't do a lot of cards with the hand I have, but what I can do is just choose to get rid of some cards and then hope that I get a hand that I actually can play. So I'm looking at the fact that I have 2 5s That's not bad, like a bad starting point. I could get rid of basically everything that isn't a 5 and just hope that I get some more duplicates. But I'm not going to do that because I also notice that I have a straight forming here. A 4, 5, 6, 7. All I need is an 8. But honestly, if I'm rolling for an 8 anyways, then I might as well do this straight like this, since it'll score more points. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So these cards I'm keeping, and then I'm just going to get rid of everything else. That's the plan, and I'm just going to hope that I get an 8, I guess. I got my 8. How about that? I also have 2 kings now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's a hand. Let's play it. So each card is going to add the value of the card, or the rank, to the blue number on the left, which is going to multiply by whatever the number in the red is. So that's how scoring is done. So every hand gives you, you know, as you can see on the right side of the hand, it shows you like what's going to show up in the scoring section based on the hand that you played. So because I played a straight, it gave me a 30 times 4. But then that 30 kept adding the value of each card consecutively. So then it was a much higher number times 4 at the end of the day. And I got a lot more points for it. So that was 280 points just from one hand. So now I don't really have to do anything fancy. But honestly, I mean, that's pretty good right there. A 2 pair. So that's 20 times 2, which is 40. So that's 40 points. That's already good enough. But then, I mean, it shows you how many chips you're going to get in the blue section. So I'm going to play hand. Each ace is going to give me an 11. Each king is going to give me a 10. And then that gets multiplied by 2. So I actually got 124 points just for that. And just like that, we've done it. So the small blind is defeated, and each of my eggs got an extra $3 of sell value, which is good for the future, but you can see cash out $0. Normally, this screen shows you all the money you earned for beating the blind, but in the challenge run that I'm doing, which is called, what, Omelet, I think? I just don't earn any money. I don't earn any money for doing what I do, so beating bosses is really only useful if you're planning on building the sell value for each of your eggs, which I think I want to do. Every single time I beat a boss, these are going to go up by $3, and then selling the egg is where I get the money to spend in the shop. So cool. So this is the shop. You can see at the top here you have individual cards that you can buy. In the bottom left there's a voucher, which is sort of like a buff that will help over the course of the run, and then in the bottom right we have card packs, and who knows what's going to be in here. First up, we got the Jolly Joker, plus 8 mult if played hand contains a pair. That's a good Joker, in my opinion, I'll be honest. But you can see in the top left here, it shows how many Jokers you have and how many Jokers you can hold. I currently have 5 Jokers. I can only hold 5 Jokers. So if I want to buy a new Joker, I gotta sell one of my eggs. But to be honest, I should probably think about doing this anyways, because I only have $4. So maybe now's the time. I don't know. But of course, the more eggs I hold, the more money I'll gain. So really, there's kind of an incentive to see how far I can get without selling the eggs. Let's look at the other options in the shop. Earth. Level 1. Level up full house. So basically planet cards level up the hands that you can play. Of course, I showed you the hands last round. I played a straight and a 2 pair. Every time you level up a hand though, the score that you'll get from playing the hand goes up considerably. So if I buy Earth, then it means every time I play Full House, it'll do even more. Full House is a great hand, but it is kind of hard to get. I would really like this though, to be honest. Planet cards have a lot of value, I think. The only other thing I could even afford here is a Buffoon pack, which is just going to give me a random Joker, basically. But again, I would need to sell an egg to find the room, so I think now's the time. I'm going to sell an egg. I feel comfortable doing that. I still have 4 eggs. They're going to provide me a lot of value in the long run. For now, I think I should take a Joker with me that's going to actually help, you know, earn me more points and stuff. So I like the look of this Joker here, Jolly Joker. This is a good one. You'll get to see the effects in action once I actually play it. And then because I know that there's no interest gained, which again is a mechanic in this game that normally incentivizes you to save money, but that incentive has been removed for the challenge run, so it doesn't really matter. I might as well spend these $6. It doesn't like matter that much to try to keep any in my hand. I'm not going to get additional money based on the amount that I have, so I'm going to buy this Earth card too, because I already expressed interest in taking this with me, so boom, now my full house is stronger. And with that, I'm going to go to the next round because I can't afford anything anyways, at least not without selling another egg. So let's head out. Big blind. Score at least 450 points. I can do that. I mean, I nearly got 450 in the last round, and I didn't even have this joker, which is going to help me earn even more points. So I do have the option to skip it. If I do, then the next joker in the shop is going to be holographic, which just means it's going to give me even more points, but I'd rather do the blind. I think it's in my best interest to do as many blinds as possible so that my egg jokers can be worth as much money as possible, since again, that's where all my money comes from. Okay, what's my hand? 2 9s, 2 7s. That's a great hand. You know why? Because I just got a joker that adds 8 mult if my played hand contains a pair. Well, my played hand actually contains 2 pairs, which means that Jolly Joker is going to get plus 16 mult. Mult just refers to the red number, so normally this would be 20 times 2. This joker is going to make it 20 times 16. That's a very appetizing hand, I gotta say. Very incentivizing. Not only is it going to be 20 times 16, but that 20 is then going to add 9, add 7, add 7. That's a big number. Times 16? That's a fantastic hand. Let's play it. 29, 38, 45, 52, times 10. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to go up twice. It was still an excellent hand. I thought it was going to go up to 16. Apparently it's plus 8 if just there's a pair at all. I thought it was plus 8 per pair. Doesn't matter, still a good joker. And just because, I mean, look at that. In one hand I managed to get all the chips that I needed. Fantastic. Let's cash out, even though I didn't get any money. And there we go. So I've got $3 to my name. Not amazing. It is enough to get another planet card. But to be honest with you, Neptune might be one of the most difficult planets to trigger, one of the most difficult hands to trigger, a straight flush, so I don't really care too much about that. So I can't afford anything, not without selling another egg. I get $8 for selling the egg. Is that $8 that would be worth it? Well, here's this voucher for +1 hand size, and I really would like this. And it's worth noting that the voucher is going to re-roll every single time I beat 3 bosses, basically, just to oversimplify things. So I'm about to beat the 3rd boss, which means this voucher is not going to be here next time I come back. So if I want this voucher, I need to get it now. Increasing my hand size just means I have 1 more card to choose from every time I want to play my hand, so I think it's kind of worth it. I might be making a mistake selling another one of my egg jokers already, but I'm going to do it. You're out of here. Now, if you're wondering what my end goal is here in the challenge run, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I assume we're just trying to beat 8 boss blinds. So here I can just see a quick overview of, you know, what we've done and what's coming up. So this is called a boss blind, even though I've been describing all the blinds as bosses. It goes small blind, big blind, and then boss blind, which is, for this one, we got the club. I have to beat 8 of these. I assume doing that will beat the challenge run. So that's the end goal. So I still have a lot to go through, and I've already sold 2 of my eggs. So I hope that wasn't stupid. Okay, next round. Here's the club. So the club is a debuff. It means all club cards are debuffed. So it just means that basically a quarter of my deck is not going to score. You can see the big X's there showing that visually. It's unfortunate, especially because, I mean, that's 2 pairs right there. But what are you gonna do? That's the boss blinds for you. It's okay. I get most of my point value now from this joker, who's putting, you know, a ton of score in my mult rectangle there, my mult area. So we could play a 2 pair. However, I did learn in the last hand that apparently a 2 pair still just counts as 1 pair according to the Jolly Joker. So I'm not super incentivized to do that. I think what I'd rather do is discard everything that isn't a king or a 5, and I'm gonna hope that I get a 3rd king or a 3rd 5. I did not. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. I only have so many discards, but I'm gonna spend them on this because I think this is worth it. Oh, I just got 3 queens. That works. There we go. So now I can play a full house, which I leveled up with that earth card that I bought earlier. Remember the planet card? That makes my full house even stronger. So full house already being a pretty good hand is even better than it would have been. It's a level 2 now. So it's 65 times 6, and it's going to add the point values from 1 of my kings and 2 of my queens. It's going to ignore the club cards. Plus I'm going to add 8 mult from the Jolly Joker, so this is going to be a pretty big hand. Let's play it. See, I could do the math to figure out exactly how much it's going to be, but I'm confident it'll be enough that I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, look at that. 1,330 just from one hand. So we're doing pretty well so far. Okay, so just like that, our ante has gone up. That's in the bottom there. It's out of 8. It was previously 1 out of 8. Now it's 2 out of 8. It just means that we're on, like, you know, the second round of 3. And like I said earlier, I think I want to go through 8 rounds of 3, 8 antes. Okay, so we're back on the shop. Like I said, this voucher area refreshes every time I beat 3 blinds, so we have a new voucher now. Planet cards appear 2 times more frequently in the shop. I mean, you know, under normal conditions, I would consider that, but because money is so tight, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not worried about it. At this point, I think the only reason I would sell an egg card for, you know, something in the shop is if I see something very, very specifically enticing, which means I'm probably not going to be getting this voucher, and I'm probably never going to get card packs because that's just such a gamble. So I'm mostly just interested in what's happening in the top row here. So today we see a runner joker and the oops all sixes joker. So runner joker gains plus 15 chips if the played hand contains a straight. So basically every time I play a straight, this joker just gets more powerful and adds to my score, which is good, but I don't think I have I don't know, it seems a little risky to rely so much on playing straights, especially when I already have a joker that's encouraging me to play pairs. So these two are just working against each other. There's no synergy here, so I'm going to pass on that. Then there's the oops all sixes joker, which is going to do nothing right now, by the way. If I take this is nothing. However, it can be a very valuable joker card to have depending on the other jokers I get later, but I just don't think I can run that risk right now. I think I'd rather spend no money on the shop this round because I'm doing just fine right now anyways, and I'm just gonna hold on to my 3 eggs. But I would like to get another joker at some point because I have 4 slots of my 5 taken up, so I can just take a joker without having to sell an egg to make room, but I will need to sell an egg to get the money. So anyways, so our small blind coming up is to score 800 points. Not worried about it. I just scored like 1,300 from one hand. But we could skip this, and by doing so, the next shop is going to have a free rare joker. Free, I gotta say, is very enticing considering I can't earn money without selling my eggs. So I might take this, honestly. I think I should do it. Remember, if I do this, my eggs don't grow in value. Right now, each egg is worth $11. If I do the blind, then each egg will be worth $14. But that's kind of the only reason to do the blind. I think instead of gaining $9 of sell value, I would rather take the free joker in the shop. So I'm going to skip blind. Unfortunately, that doesn't take me straight to the shop. It just skips the blind, and now I have to do the big blind. After I do the big blind, I'll get to go to the shop and I'll get to claim my free joker. Assuming it even shows up. I might have to re-roll the shop to do that, which I can't afford to do, so I'm hoping that it shows up. Anyways, score at least 1,200, we can do it. Now we could skip the blind. If I do, I have the opportunity to upgrade my 4 of a kind hand by 3 levels, but 4 of a kind is too hard to do anyways, so I'm just gonna do the blind, and this will increase the sell value of our eggs. So let's see what we have. Well, there's 3 10s right there. That's pretty darn good. That's halfway to a full house. I just need to get a 2 pair now. I have an ace, a jack, a 9, a 7, a 5, and a 4. I'm just as likely to get a second one of any of these cards. So how about the ace? I'm gonna roll for another ace, and that's the highest point value I can get here. So let's discard everything else. You can only discard 5 cards at a time. Oh, I ended up getting 2 jacks just in that pull. So perfect. There's another full house. Let's play it. Each one of these is going to add an extra 10 to the left number, which then gets multiplied by 6, but the 6 gets an additional 8 from the Jolly Joker, and just like that I got 1,600 points in one hand. So very comfortably we are still making our way through. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I will take no money for that, but my eggs will certainly increase in value. Okay, perfect. So here's our rare joker. This was the reason we skipped that first blind, was to get this card, the Order. Times 3 mult if played hand contains a straight. I mean, that's excellent. However, like I said, I do have a joker that is disincentivizing me to play straights because it increases my point value if I play a pair. So these 2 jokers are working against each other, but I have no reason not to take it. I mean, it's free. This is what I worked to get. So I'm glad I have it, but I'm going to have to figure out how to use it effectively. I'm thinking, obviously, if I was to choose between these two jokers, which is going to bring me more value, I think the order ultimately would bring more value. So I'm incentivized maybe to sell this, but I'm only going to get $1 for doing so, so I'd rather not. By having both of these jokers, it just means that I have more hands to play, basically. But in the long run, I'm going to have to think about strategizing a bit more than that. For now, though, I'll take that, and I think we'll just go to the next round. I'm not ready to sell another egg just for this Jupiter card, so... Let's get out of here. All spade cards are debuffed. Okay, so it's the same thing as the last boss blind, it's just spades instead of clubs. Easy. So, now every time I want to play a hand, I'm incentivized, of course, to play pairs, but also if I see a straight, don't forget I can get a different kind of joker to trigger. So let's see what we have. Do I have straights lined up for me? Well, I've got a king, a queen, a 10, and a 9. If I can get a jack, that's a straight right there, so that's pretty good. Now, if I get a straight, I get ×3 to whatever the right number is. Is that even better than +8? It depends entirely on the point value in the left column, I suppose. So I could discard, try to get a jack in there. Jack's going to be worth 10. King, queen, jack, 10 is +40, +9 is 49. So it's going to be 49 plus straight gives me 430. Okay, so it's going to be 49 plus 30, which is 79. 79 times 4, which is pretty good. Then it's going to take whatever that number is and then multiply it by 3. Or never mind, it's going to take 79 times 7 is what it is. Or no, it's going to be 79 times 4 normally. It's going to take 4 multiplied by 3. So it's actually 79 times 12. 79 times 12, I mean, I might as well pull out my calculator, I guess. Why not? If I want to get this into the weeds. 948. So that's pretty good. That's a very large number. However, alternatively, I could just go for a pair. If I went for a full house, actually, depending on what I end up getting, worst case scenario is I get a spade card so it doesn't score, but I would still get, where is it? 35 times, am I losing you guys yet? 35 times 4. 35 times 4. Well, it's actually going to be 35 times 12, and it's actually going to be 55 times 12, 62. 62 times 12. What's 62 times 12? Less, honestly. So I think I should go for a straight. If my math lines up, I think I should be going for a straight here. So I'm going to get rid of everything but those cards, and I'm going to hope that I get a jack, and I'm going to hope that it's not a spade. I feel comfortable with that assessment. Okay, I literally got the jack that's a spade, but you know what? It's still better than nothing. Let's play it. Here's my straight. Point values get added. And then our 4 gets multiplied by a 3, so it's a 69 times 12 situation, which is pretty good. 828, that's more than halfway there. If I can get another straight, we're basically golden. And honestly, I have an ace, a king, a jack, and a 10 right there. If I can get a queen, that's another straight. But most of those cards are not going to be played, like point value-wise, thanks to the boss blind debuffing everything. So I kind of don't love that. Meanwhile, over here we've got a straight forming that already has 2 playable cards. I've got a 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just missing the 9, but if I'm going to get a 9 anyways, I might as well get a 10 and a jack. So this is a straight here, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, and jack. So I could roll for a 9. Alternatively, I could roll for a queen and then go for that higher straight. But again, most of the cards aren't playing anyways. So, yeah, I'm going to do this. I feel good about this. I'm going to discard, yeah, those cards there. Okay, I got a queen, a little awkward, but there's a 9 as well, so screw it, we can do this here. This isn't the straight I was rolling for, but it works. 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, 3 of them are going to score. I don't know if this is going to put me at 1600, but it'll put me very close. It'll put me close enough that I could play basically any hand and win. Let's see. 1536, that's it. All I need is 64 points. That's not a big ask. We can do that. And actually, there's a pair right there. Perfect. So 10 times 2, it's actually going to be 10 times 10, which is 100. So this, if I just played these 2 aces, that's 100 points. Oh, never mind. It's actually, right, it's adding it's 320 points. I mean, yeah. More than enough. I forgot to add the ace point value to the round score, or to the hand score. Okay, just like that. Bada boom, 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 boom. We've done it. I will take no money for that, but that's okay because my eggs only get stronger with each hand that we win, with each round that we win. $17 per egg right now. Suddenly selling an egg is now very enticing. So, new voucher, what is it? Playing cards can be purchased from the shop. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in a voucher that's just going to encourage me to spend more money anyways when I'm doing a challenge that de-incentivizes me to spend money. Now this is interesting. The judgment card just generates a random joker. But it's only $3. Like, it's $3 for basically any joker. I might end up getting a joker that doesn't, you know, play into the jokers that I already have, or I'm not going to be able to make much value. I'm not going to be able to squeeze much value out of, but I might end up getting a joker that just changes the game entirely and makes the whole rest of the run very easy. So, I don't know, I kind of want it, I'll be honest. Meanwhile, there's this joker. Earn $5 for each discarded 4. Rank changes every round. So basically this mail-in rebate joker means every single hand that I play, I will have the opportunity to earn $5 by just discarding whichever card it asks for. Right now it's asking for 4s, but that 4 is going to change to a totally different card every time. What did I say? I said if I could find a joker that's going to make me money, I should probably take it, right? I think now's the time. I'm selling an egg. I'm going to get the mail-in rebate joker because this is going to provide me an opportunity to actually earn more money per round instead of having to sell eggs. And because I have $14, that's enough to afford the judgment card as well. Now, if I buy this, I can't use it yet because I don't have the space. I need to make space for a joker. So I would need to sell another egg, but I don't think I want to. I think I would rather sell one of these 2 cards, since again, I only need one of these 2 cards, Jolly Joker or the Order, because they don't play together very nicely. The Order sells for $4, Jolly Joker only sells for $1, and it's still providing me a lot of value, but the thing that you don't understand about this game is that there's value in having both a Joker that adds mult, as well as a Joker that multiplies mult. They can work together very well, and it's harder to find multipliers than adds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell Jolly Joker, not because I want the extra $1, but because I want to use Judgment, and I'm just going to hope that I get a Joker that will add mult, that plays nicely with the straights. That's what I'm hoping. Let's see what we get. Okay, I got another Joker that gives me money. Played face cards have a 1 in 2 chance to give $2 when scored. Okay, so this isn't going to make my hands any stronger, but it's going to give me more opportunities to earn money that I could spend in the shop in the future. So I'm starting to feel a lot better about the financial situation, so I feel like I can be more reckless in the shop with my purchases. And so now suddenly I'm eyeing these packs in the bottom right corner here. The Celestial pack will give me a planet card, meanwhile the Arcana pack will give me a tarot card. I haven't even really talked about tarot cards, but I did just use one. That yellow card that gave me a free Joker was a tarot card. I don't think I need either of those right now. I actually think I'm just going to go to the next round and hang on to my $12. I'm really just Joker pilled right now. I really want more Jokers. Anything else feels like a distraction at the moment. Okay. Where are we at? Well, I could skip the next blind, and doing so will create up to 2 common Jokers, but I don't really have the room anyways. I think I'd rather just personally choose the Joker that I want, or at the very least choose to buy a pack, because common Jokers aren't super enticing to me, so I'm just going to play this blind and make each of my eggs another $3 worth of sell value. I feel comfortable earning 2,000 points here. Actually, we nearly have a straight right here. Remember, my pairs aren't going to earn me any additional money anymore, but I still have the Joker that encourages straights, so I'm going to try to get a jack out of this hand. So I'm going to sell all of these, or not sell, but I'm going to discard all of these. I'm going to hope for a jack. Oh, perfect. I got 3 jacks. Now, what's especially enticing about playing these face cards here, the King, Queen, and Jack, is that each time I play one, there's a 1 in 2 chance to get $2. So, yeah, I could just play a full house here. Or, sorry, it's not a full house. What am I saying? I would need either 2 kings or 2 queens. But I've got a straight here, so I guess we'll play that. That's 3 face cards, so I'm very likely to earn a couple bucks by playing this hand. So let's do it. There's $2. There's another $2. I made $4. And of course I triggered this card and I ended up scoring a bunch of points, 948. Perfect. If I can get 2 more straights, we win. But I think that's unlikely. If I can get one more straight though, and then just play another second hand that's pretty solid, then I'll be good. Currently I have 2 jacks and 2 fours, so we're on our way to a full house. We're not that far off from a straight either though. I mean, a jack 10-9 isn't too bad, an 8 and a queen, and that's another straight. I don't know, that's 2 cards away. I like how close I am to a full house, so I'm gonna try to bait either a third jack or a third 4. Now, of course, I did just play a jack, so there's actually only one more jack in my deck. So there's actually a lower chance of me getting another jack than there is another 4. But it's okay. I'll still chance it. Let's see what we get. I got a few discards to use. Okay. Well, I didn't get either a jack or a 4. I just got a bunch of cards that didn't really help me in any way, so I think I'm just gonna but I nearly have a straight here. Look at 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty close to a straight. I think I want to pivot strategies here, because all I need is a 6, and I have 4 6s in my deck still, so I'm very likely to end up pulling a 6 soon. So I'm gonna chance that. And I'm going to... Now, I could discard these cards, or I could just play them. I do get a pair out of this by, you know, my 2 jacks. Feels like kind of a waste to not make use of that. But then again, I'm not getting any additional value out of a pair. I don't have any jokers that are going to give me anything for that. I'm just going to get an increased chance of some extra cash by playing the jacks. So, I'm going to discard. Okay, I'm hoping for a 6. Oh right, I forgot discarding that 4 just gives me $5. Cool. Well, I didn't get a 6, but I did get 3 5s, and I already had 2 2s, so now I can play a full house card. So honestly, that works pretty darn well. I'll do that. +5, +5, +5, +2, +2. All of that is multiplied by 6, which gives me 504 points. So, not bad. Another 550 points, and we'll be in a great spot. Now I have 2 3s and 2 4s, so again, I could get another full house here if I could just get a third 3 or a third 4, but I actually have no more 3s in my deck, and I've only got 1 more 4. So it's not a great roll, I'll be honest. I think I would rather go for a straight here, because I have a queen, a jack, a 10. Those 3 are all in a row, so if I can get a 9, I can get a straight with the 8, or if I just get a king and an ace, that'd be a very high straight. And I do have more aces and more kings, only have 2 more 9s, but yeah, I feel good about that. So I'm gonna discard all these. Oh, I actually don't have any more discards remaining, I just noticed. Okay, we're actually getting in a kind of a tight spot here. I have no more discards remaining, so I only have 2 more hands that I can play in order to get 550 points. So if I want to get rid of these cards, I have to play them, but it's not a bad hand. I mean, it's a 2 pair, 2 3s and 2 4s, and in doing so, I'm freeing up the opportunity to potentially earn a 9 or a king and an ace, which is less likely. But yeah, I'm willing to play this. I don't really see what else I could do. I mean, I could also get 2 clubs, and that'd be a flush, so yeah, I feel good about this. I think this is probably the smartest thing I could do right now, is to play this hand specifically. It's not going to win me. It's not going to win me the round, but it'll get me closer, and it'll provide me a good opportunity to win it with the next hand. Okay, let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. Well, I didn't get 2 clubs. I didn't get a 9, and I didn't get a king, though I did get an ace. I did, however, get 3 6s. 3 of a kind isn't enough to win me this, though. 30 times 3, well, it's going to be 36 plus 6, 42, plus 6 is 48. It's going to be 48 times 3. 48 times 3, I'll tell you, it's not 500. But there's no other hands I can play. I mean, that's it. That's literally it. I put a lot of faith in that hand giving me either a 9 or a king and an ace, or even just 2 clubs, and I didn't get any of those hands. So I'm kind of screwed. There's nothing I can do. The only hands I can play are these 3 6s or just this ace, and that's not anything. So I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna lose, just for what it's worth. We did our best. We did our best. That was our first try at omelet. We failed, but I guess we didn't do too bad. We made it to ante 3 out of 8. Okay, so this is our opportunity to, well, try again. But I'll be honest, I think that's maybe it for today. I had fun though. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play Balatro a little bit, seeing as I haven't posted any videos to this channel in a while. But tell you what, how about tomorrow we try again? I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed watching me fail a run in Balatro. We'll see if tomorrow goes any better. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget that I'm actually streaming on Twitch a lot right now, so if you're interested in watching live streams, that's the place to go. Or if you don't like watching them live, I have a VOD channel where all of my streams get posted, so I'll link that in the description so you can just watch the streams at your own pace, I guess. Or if you don't care about any of that, then don't worry, I'll post again soon and we'll try the omelet again. But thanks for watching, and I love you guys. Bye bye.